Phil Jones. Yeah, you're probably laughing. It's Phil Jones. Apparently a laughing stock of football. Really? Okay. Okay. I feel sorry for him. To put it into short terms, I feel sorry for Phil Jones. You probably all think, oh, Phil Jones is a laughing stock of football. He's the next Richard Dunn. This bloke put his head on the line. Potentially could have badly injured himself just to stop Giroud from getting the ball. He put his head on the line. He could have really seriously hurt himself, but he did it anyways. You can say that's one good moment, but that's how good a defender Jones is. Yes, he makes mistakes. He doesn't play for United anymore. And you're probably thinking, yes he does. He's still in their squad. He never plays for them. I don't remember the last time he's put on that shirt. From what I understand, he's made 13 appearances in 2.5 years. You're probably thinking that's because he's 36, he's 30 years old. Phil Jones is 30 years old. Yep, you're probably thinking, no he's not. Yes he is. He's only 30 years old. And he's getting really poorly treated by Manchester United. 30 years old. He's not that old, and he's not that bad. I know he's become a ridiculous laughingstock of football, but this guy's a decent defender. Give him at the right club, give him at the right level. Manchester United's been a toxic club for a lot of years, and I don't think the fan base is quite with it at the minute. I think they're just in dreamland because Erik ten Hag's winning matches. I think they've forgotten what's going on at the club, so I feel like that's being overshadowed, and I feel sorry for Phil Jones. He barely gets a start. Gets a lot of hate, and you know, a lot of players will. And I will touch on Harry Maguire as well, because again, it's a player I feel sorry for, you know. But a player that, you know, he is a bit of a laughing stock. I don't really know what Phil Jones could have done that half the defenders in the Premier League haven't done in their careers. So what? It's Phil Jones. Great. I don't understand what's so funny about Phil Jones. I know 414s mock him a lot. That's great. You know, we can all have a laugh, I'm sure he does, but I'm talking about his game time here. I'm talking about the fact he's played 13 games in 2.5 years. That's pretty appalling. If it's down to injuries, that's great. But why are you staying at Man United? I don't want to hear it's for the wages. I don't think at 30 you're gonna be there for the wages when you're not playing and you could probably get better wages somewhere else. I don't want to hear any of that nonsense. What I want to hear is, why is Phil Jones still at United? The fans don't like him, they make fun of him. He needs to move somewhere else. Go somewhere else, go to a mid-table club, or even like a European club. Or even an oil money club like Man City or Newcastle. You know, generally, this guy could do a job. He's a very similar player to Harry Maguire. You know, people don't realise what he does. He makes mistakes, and that's what, you know, overshadows him as a player on the pitch. But the fact he's just rotting in the United bench or reserves or whatever he's doing these days, I don't know why he doesn't leave. Look for a different club. United mistreat so many centre backs. A few examples: Axel Tuanzebe is the first one that comes to mind. Chris Smalling, probably another one that comes to mind. He went. Fellaini, another one that comes to mind. They weren't exactly the best treated. Not a lot of people like them, to be honest. Not a United fan, so I don't know the ins and outs. Maybe Phil Jones has done something else that I just clearly have missed, but give the bloke a chance at a different club. Don't keep him at United where people just hate on him. Same with Maguire. I don't know why he didn't leave in January. He's got no future at Manchester United. And I don't understand why on earth they felt the need to, you know, keep him. You've got enough centre backs that just do a lucky job, that are just there because I know cool Man U, just one of them typical clubs. I mean, I'm not gonna expand what I mean by typical clubs, but Phil Jones, just find a different club, mate. You're ruining your career. You're wasting time. You're 30 years old. I said this with Zaha. You know, you're older, but you're not old. You're not old enough to retire, unless it's health issues. You're not old enough to retire. And for me, he's still got a career ahead of him. We don't know where he can go do a future job. You know, some players can play for a long time. Maybe Phil Jones can as well. But he needs game time, and you're not getting it at United. You're simply, to put it nicely, not getting it at United, are you? No one's getting it at United. If you're a centre back at United, beware, because you're going to get badly treated. And I feel sorry for Phil Jones, and I feel like he deserves more credit than he gets. So again, I feel sorry for Phil Jones, and I feel like, you know, he needs to leave Manchester United and save his career.